We continue to preview the 2025 college volleyball season. Our stop today is Sylvania, Ohio, as we get to visit with the head women's volleyball coach and men's volleyball coach, by the way, of the Lourdes Gray Wolves, Coach Greg Reitz. Coach, I want to start with something first. 237, 228 overall with the women's program, and you've been the person in charge of the women's program, the men's program, both since their inception at the university. But recently, and as just about a month ago, you hit the 500 win mark with women's and men's programs combined. I want to start right there, Coach. Congratulations on hitting that milestone.
Well, thank you very much. It just means I've been doing this for a long time, I guess.
Well, I appreciate the humility. I mean, there's a lot that goes into that, though, and it seems like both programs are doing well.
Yeah, no, we've been able to put together a pretty nice system here where from day one we got some great people to come into the program and kind of buy into what we were trying to do, and so that's always the goal, is bring in players that kind of fit the university, fit what we're looking to accomplish, and then if they kind of buy into it, we tend to do well.
Coach, 6-25 for the women's program, and that's what we want to preview today. That was the 2024 record. Tell us a little bit about last year. You did win 2 of your last 4 matches, including senior night match, to send the girls out properly into the offseason. Tell us a little bit about last year.
Yeah, we, I guess, returned a few more than what we had the previous. Competed hard. We were close in a lot of matches, picked up a few extra wins than we did in the 23 season. So I guess made some subtle improvements. We graduate quite a few. So we're looking to really almost rebuild quite a bit for this coming year, where hopefully we get back to where we've been in the past, where we've been able to win the conference regular season, win the conference tournament. That's kind of the goal that we'll set forward when we return in August, and see how we can do.
Coach, there were a number of juniors and redshirt juniors on the roster, as well as seniors last year. Now, I know it's 2025. There are a multitude of reasons why the roster is not going to look different from one season to the next. But does a large junior class like that translate then to a lot of seniors, or what did the spring look like?
Yeah, actually, a lot of our redshirt juniors, because of academically, graduated. And will not use because of their degrees, will not use their last remaining year of eligibility because we just don't have the graduate program for them. We had a couple in the nursing program, one in education, and one in biology, who's going on to kind of the med side of things. So, we had quite a few that could come back, but a lot of them graduate early to be able to move on in their career path more than anything.
I understand. And that's important. That's part of the reason for going to college and getting that degree, to be able to move on to the next phase in life. We're visiting, by the way, now with Coach Greg Reitz from Lourdes University here on Midwest Sports Net, a longtime coach and also a stellar athlete as well in volleyball. And we appreciate, by the way, you watching us here on Midwest Sports Net. We like to talk about small college sports and more throughout the Midwest and beyond. So encourage you to like the video and please subscribe to the channel. Coach, looking ahead to 2025 then, from 24, the offense, at least numerically, statistically, struggled a bit. There were sometimes it was a little bit lower. Team hitting percentage, maybe not exactly what you would want in that. You do have some players coming back. Among those on the outside, you have Jolie Saab coming back, second on the team last year in kills per set. Your leading returner in that category. Take us through your offense a little bit, what that might look like in 25.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see kind of where everything goes. We're going to have young players in many positions. Jolie comes back as one of our returning, I guess, veteran players who has played quite a bit over the course of her career. She'll wrap things up with her senior season. The position she'll play is still a question mark. It kind of depends on what everything looks like come August when we're training. If she's going to be an outside again, if she's going to be in the libero candidacy or defensive player. I mean, she's played a little of everything for us and done well. So we definitely foundationally are going to lean on her quite a bit. But with a lot of new players coming in and maybe positions will shift around, hard to say at this point. Really excited for what we have ahead of us because we get to build quite a bit this season.
All right, Coach. I think I know the answer to this one as we've been talking through this, but since there aren't as many from the spring and on at least on the roster as it stands right now, from the defensive perspective, there are opportunities then, I would imagine, for players to step up, and maybe even some of the recruits and the young players or even transfers in the fall to step up and find a place on the defensive side.
Yeah, we're going to need defense across the board. We're going to have a new blocking core as well as our new back row core. We've got quite a few returners that have held down some serve receive and defensive roles in our backcourt. So they'll be competing for the primary role of libero or shared role of libero. Yeah, we're going to have quite a few new in the front row that hopefully will be funneling the ball to those players, and we'll be able to get that offense going at a little higher clip than it had for the last couple seasons.
All right, the WHAC schedule is what it is. You'll be facing a lot of familiar opponents, but your pre-conference schedule looks like there's still some openings there.
Yeah, we still got a little bit of room in that schedule to fill in, doing some fundraising activities and things to try to maybe find some different locations that we can get to. We'll see kind of where it solidifies, but we got some non-conference matches early on in the schedule where we'll pick up some opponents that are relatively close, but will give us a test, and we'll do a little scrimmaging, and so we should put ourselves in a decent spot before we start conference play.
All right. Well, Coach, then we look forward to seeing how it all plays out this year. Coach Greg Reitz with the Lourdes Gray Wolves. Thank you, sir, for taking time with us today to preview 2025. We'll follow the Gray Wolves this year, and we look forward to the opportunity, hopefully, to visit with you again. Thank you for stopping by today.
Awesome. Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.